New story. Yeah, let's get to it. Story time. How my landlord was my ex. Yeah, I said it. I caught my ex my landlord. Okay, so I'm gonna give y'all a little background of this whole situation. Then we gonna fast forward. I'm gonna be fast for y'all. So this was my second girlfriend and my first crib. Matter of fact, this was our first crib together. I just had finished high school. I met her at a family gathering, and ever since then, we couldn't just get away from each other. We was together for 3 years. The last 2 years, we was living together. One of the years, we was staying at a family's house together. And our last year was our first crib in our first year living together. She was a pretty girl. She had a head on her shoulders. She was smart. She was going to school for law, going to college for law. Me, after I got out of high school, I wasn't really feeling the college thing. So I went off and started getting local jobs. But I was getting good income. You know, I had ended up getting my forklift certificate and all that. So I was making some good money at certain jobs. Like, they were, you know, bust your ass jobs, but I was making some good money.
All right, I got another dusty story time for y'all, man. Hey, make sure y'all go get some wine, go get some whiskey, whatever y'all do when y'all watch my videos, y'all go do it. Nah, you feel me? Got another dusty story time for y'all. I ain't gonna hold y'all for too long. Let's get to the video, fam.
So fast forward, we was living at our mother's house before we actually moved into this apartment. We ended up saving up enough money to actually get this apartment. We went apartment searching in certain areas, but we didn't really like what we seen. So we, you know, it was you know how apartment searching get a little bit rough sometimes. So she notified me one day. She's like, hey, look, you know, I found a apartment for us. It's nice and beautiful. You should check it out. So I go and look at the pictures before we actually go to the viewing. I like what I see. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I really like what I see. So I'm like, of course, let's go to the viewing. Who's like the property manager or like the realtor or the landlord? So she says this guy's name. So the landlord name was James. She said his full name, but we just gonna call him James. So I'm like, wow, that name sounds familiar. It couldn't really register in my head at the time. You know what I'm saying? So then, boom, it finally did. I'm like, oh, that's the guy that be, you know, I be seeing him on your social media, and y'all to be interacting. I didn't know he owned homes. So she's like, yeah, he just got into it. He just became a realtor, bought a home, and now he wants to start having tenants in this home. So I'm like, awesome, great. Time to get the fuck out your mom's house. That's how I was really feeling. So I'm like, cool, let's go view it. So fast forward, we liked the apartment, we viewed it and all. Everything went great. We actually moved in. We gave him all the requirements that was required to move into the apartment, the security deposits and all that. And our first month come. Now, let me take us back a little bit. Before we actually moved into this apartment, I actually paid everything for the apartment. And I'm talking about like the security deposit. I actually wanted her to save her money. And I knew the money that I was making. I knew she was going to school and stuff. So that was like my little gift for us as we moved into this apartment. I took care of the security deposit and all that. When we went to this apartment, it was an open house type of apartment. He left it open for us. So I still never really got to meet him. You get what I'm saying? When it was time for us to pay him, I still never met him. And I kind of told her about it. I'm like, listen, James, you know, I would like to meet him. Just to meet him because he's about to be our landlord. So, you know, I'll give him the money. At that time, this is why I'm telling you why I couldn't meet him. She's like, no, I got it. I'm going to give him the money, you know, and then we go forth from there. He'll probably come and see us when we move in. Great. Do what you got to do. I know you trust this guy. Fuck it. I'm going to trust him. Because, again, I'm happy to get the fuck out of her mom's house. So the first month went well. Everything is going good. You know, we just living our life as a couple. Everything. I know how relationships be. You know, we just living our life. Second month come. It's time to pay the rent. So the way James wanted to be paid, he didn't really matter. As long as it was like on file. So if we paid him cash, I had to come through a money order, or we had to do something like Zelle, which was great. You feel me? So I'm at the check casher place. I'm getting him a money order. My girl, she's at school, because remember I told you she was going to school for law. You feel what I'm saying? So she was going to college for that. So James never really came that first month. But today he came. You get what I'm saying? So I called my girl. I'm like, hey, let James know that I'm at the house. He could come and pick up this money order. So she's like, all right, I'll shoot him a text. So this is my first time meeting James. She ends up shooting a text. James says he'll arrive at a certain time. I was at the house for that certain time. James comes over. So our first encounter at the driveway, it was really like, it wasn't no red flags there. It was just like, you know, nice to meet you. It's finally nice to meet you. Shook hands, and we began to walk into the crib. I had the money order sitting on the kitchen counter, so I'm like, James, come in, because I want to meet him. I want to build, not build like some type of bond with him, but I want to make sure like we cool, because he know I'm staying there. You know what I'm saying? He know I'm with my girl. Like when you got a landlord or something, you at least want to try to be on good terms or evil levels with them. You get what I'm saying? So you want like a mutual friendly relationship with them. So, I invited him into the crib. I invited him into the kitchen. So we started chatting. So I'm asking him about his background, about his life. I'm trying to figure out, just little small things. I'm being nosy about certain things, like how he got the house and all that. Where he's from. Just where did he come up with this type of money? What did he do? But what did he do before he decided to get into owning homes and renting them out? You get what I'm saying? This nigga James, he not really even like worried about my background. He already saying he know much about me. My girl told him a lot about me. And he just basically asking like about our relationship and how we're doing in the crib.
Man, bro, James looking at him like, dang, bro, I'm cracking your chick, bro. But guys, you got to realize, in that situation, I felt like the female felt like she had the upper hand, because he said that he was living with her mom. You feel what I'm saying? So now, obviously, she probably make more than him or whatnot. And then you got this landowner dude who got the bread, got the status, got everything. You know what I'm saying? So bruh, all I can say is, guys, get on y'all stuff, bruh. Be the landowner dude. Be that guy. Don't be him. Don't be this guy. For real.
At that time, I ain't really take it as a red flag neither. I'm just like, maybe he just wants to know what goes on in his house. You know what I'm saying? Like where he rents. I know he's more familiar with my girl. I'm cool. Mind you, I'm not an insecure man, so that wasn't even in my head. You get what I'm saying? But I did find one of his compliments that he said about my girl a little bit too high. He's like, man, your girlfriend's beautiful. Like, you a lucky man. I would die to have a girl like her. So I just felt like, you feel me, on a professional level, he should have kept the compliment a little, you get what I'm saying, a little less than what was said right there, which is, it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I'm not an insecure guy, so I really didn't care. You get what I'm saying? So everything went well. We ended up paying him. Let's fast forward. We on our like 4th or 5th month at the crib, and I'm not gonna lie, these last 4 or 5 months, they've been good, more on the good scale, but the last 2 months been a little shaky. You get what I'm saying? My girl had some time off in college during these last 4 or 5 months, but the last, I say, month and a half, she's been back to college, and things have been rough. Like, you know how to go when you're trying to balance college and everything into your normal life. Me, during the last 2-3 months, I picked up extra hours at my job, because this is a bust your ass type of job. So I'm working like 80 hours a week, damn near at least. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm working so much hours, so things just ain't going good. We arguing about what normal people argue about in relationship, just up and down things. You start getting a little bit aggravated at your partner for certain things. Y'all just know how that shit go. Damn, I need some more water. But hey, stay tuned for part 2.
As a small business,
ex cheated.
Alright, we're gonna get the part. Usually I could. Alright, I got part 2 right here.
Story time. How I caught my ex cheating with my landlord. Part 2. Let's roll. So as I was saying, we in the middle of the year. We start having our little arguments. Things is going up and down. Things is being real shaky. This is when I started noticing like something different in her. One day she came home from school. I was chilling. I ain't have work that day, but I was doing little stuff around the house. So she's like, oh, We never go out to eat. You know, we just been so busy with our bills and trying to upgrade our lives. We don't really have time for each other. So I'm like, yeah, you're right. So I'm like, but you know, I just tried to take you out this past weekend, and you know, you said you had schoolwork to do. So I don't know if she took that wrong, but basically, like, a whole argument started from that. So she started going crazy. She started telling me off. She started mentioning some things like maybe we shouldn't have rushed into this crib too fast. But I'm like, shit, we was just living a year at your mom's house. I felt like this was the best move. Like, yeah, you're not working. You're going to school, but at least you handling something. And it's like, the more I can handle it in one part of our lives, like financially, until you get right to help me out financially, I know we'll be great. You know what I'm saying? So that was really like my defense in the argument. I'm like, you know, we got to work as a team to get this shit going. Like, it might get rough. You get what I'm saying? So long story short, you know, our arguments really don't get that toxic at all. Like, we wasn't even the type to yell at each other, really. It was just like high voice type of talking. Like, it wasn't yelling and screaming and doing the you know what I'm saying, the DV stuff. You know, it was like level 2 arguing. So we stopped arguing. So a few more minutes passed by. I say like 15 to 20 more minutes passed by. We cooled down on each other for a little bit. We both still in the house. We cooled down on each other for a little bit. She's like, oh, I'm going out with my friends tonight. So I'm like, hey, cool, that's good. You get what I'm saying? Like, that'll give me, you know, some space to do what I need to do. You get what I'm saying? So I'm like, I'm in my head like, all right, I'm going to plan something with the fellas, or I'm going to at least try to do something, you know. While she occupied, I'm going to try to be occupied. So the time comes later on that day. She's getting ready to go out with her friends. So this is where I noticed things was different. And let me give y'all a pause. I'm not insecure. I'm not none of that. But if you're a guy, you're about to notice what I'm talking about. So she's done getting dressed. I'm just doing whatever. I'm just doing regular shit around the house. She comes out. She comes out of the room. I see how she's dressed. Now, it's all right as a woman to go outside with your friends and whatever events that y'all have, or the type of dress code that y'all have. It's all right for y'all to feel like y'all can wear whatever y'all want. You get what I'm saying? It's all right. I get it. If y'all want to look sexy, y'all gonna look sexy. If y'all want to be business casual, y'all gonna put that shit on and be business casual. You get what I'm saying? Whatever way y'all feel like y'all want to, or if it's just a calm sipping paint, y'all might come out with a sipping paint outfit. Whatever the event is, I respect how the way y'all be want to dress. But something was different. She was bedazzled up. You know what I'm saying? Which is cool. And then she had her little...
Well, hold on. You going to see something, man. Like, straight up, bro. Bro, I can't even say smart men, we know. You feel me? A lot of guys, they so oblivious. They don't care. But smart men who've been around the block, bro, we know what's going on for real. You hear me? Sometimes we don't say nothing, though. But, all right. You feel me?
Perfumes that she never even used before. Like, she'll use it once in a blue moon. I think the last time she used it is when we'll go out on a date. You get what I'm saying? So I'm like, wow, you dressing very, very nice. Like, you dressing like date type of nice. I said, you look very attractive. So I'm like, wherever you and your friends is going, y'all about to go in there because you just look gorgeous. You get what I'm saying? Now, mind you, in my head, I'm not thinking nothing the opposite. I'm not, because I'm not that type of man. So, you know, she acknowledges my compliments and she says her thank yous. Before she's heading out, you know, we do the normal routine, the normal relationship routine stuff. Bye, I love you, tap kiss or whatever. I walk her out to the car. She's getting ready to drive off. She's about to go meet with her friends. So I'm chilling. I ain't really get to find no plans with the homies and none of that. So I'm just staying in the house. I'm just doing whatever. I think I was watching Netflix or something. So a couple hours goes by. Usually when she's out with her friends, she'll update me. Or, you know, she'll just like, we'll just keep a convo going. So I'm like, I'm not thinking that's weird, but I check up on her. That's my girl. You feel me? So I check up on her. Hey, how's it going? How's, you know, how you and your friends doing? So she's writing back, but she's writing like very, very plain. So she's like, we're good. Just eating. So I'm just looking at my phone. I'm like, all right. And then clicking on the next episode. So in the midst of that, I'm scrolling like on my Instagram account. So as I'm scrolling, mind you, when I first met my girl, I met her at a family gathering. So some of her friends are my cousins. So as I'm scrolling, You know, I'm just checking out stuff. I see my cousins and them posting. I don't really see them like, it's not clicking in my head, but I don't see them out to eat or nothing. They're posting just regular daily life vlogging shit. So fast forward, because I'm not gonna, break down every single little detail, but her night was over. I enjoyed my night in the house. She's coming back in the house. You get what I'm saying? Did she come in late? No, y'all. She came in at a good time, but when she came in, she looked different. She was in a relaxed, tired mood, but the way how her whole attire was set up, it was like maybe she went to the dance floor and did her thing.
No, she came back. She just got piped and came back to the house. Her boyfriend thinking it's because she been dancing. That's crazy. I see it. That's wild, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, I see the vibes. You enjoyed yourself. I'm pretty sure you needed that because, you be putting in hard work at school. So she's like, yeah, I'm just very tired. Yes, I had some fun. Usually she'll tell me about everything that's going on, what her friends did, the foolish shit that they got into. Just she would have just gave me the talk, of her night. So she goes to the bathroom, she does her thing, she prepares herself for the night. So she goes into the bedroom after that. So as I'm not in the bedroom with her, bullshitting around the house, she's like, oh baby, can you bring me my phone? So as I grabbed her iPhone, like usually when you like grab an iPhone, it'll like kind of like blow up a little bit. I don't know if it's trying to read the person's face, but you ever like grabbed your phone off of something and then it types like the home screen, it glows up. So when it glowed up, I seen that she had a few missed calls from our landlord. This was like 10, 11 at night. And then I seen like unopened messages from the landlord. But the notification showed. So as I'm looking, I'm walking the phone to her. I should never been that nosy, but I kind of like scroll past the missed phone notification, and then because it's tabs of different things, that'll be Instagram, it'll be Facebook. You know how the home screen does when it gives you notifications. So I scrolled up a little bit past the phone notification, and then I seen the text messages that my landlord sent her. All right, y'all gotta wait for part 3.
Hey, this getting crazy. Hey.
All right, man. Let's get to it. Hey, I really appreciate the support y'all showing. Like, I really love y'all for that. Feel me? Y'all giving me the strength to keep telling these stories. Feel me? Y'all interacting. I'm trying to interact with y'all back. Y'all showing so much love. Man, I appreciate it. Let's get into it. Part 3, how I caught my ex cheating with my landlord. So I'm in her phone. I look and see what he texted her. Guess what he said? This motherfucker James gonna go, I really enjoyed you and your time. So as I'm walking down the hall to the room, I'm like, really enjoyed you and your time. So I get to the room. I pass her phone. I say, hey, who did you go out with tonight? So she named a few of her friends, but she never named James. So I instantly get into it. I'm like, so why is James texting you saying that he really enjoyed you and your night? So she's like, let me see. She goes to her phone, she looks, she's like, oh, I did see James there. That was my face right there.
You saw James though. Man, go on, bro. Get out of my house. Man, I ain't even finna do this today. You hear me? That's how quick she would have been gone, like, voila. You hear me? Like, but he probably couldn't do that because she probably was helping him pay the bills. But if I see something like that, that's how quick I'll be gone, bro. I ain't even finna get mad. Voila. You hear me? That's it, bro. Disappearing. You hear me?
Okay, and what did you and James do? She's like, oh no, he just came by our table. He asked us how we was doing, and he said like a little joke, and then he continued on with his night. So I'm like, why would he enjoy you and your night if it was just a quick greet and leave? You get what I'm saying? So she's like, I'm tired. We can talk about it tomorrow. Just let me get some rest. So I'm like, you know what? By tomorrow, I probably wouldn't even want to talk about it. It's all right. So her ass slept like a baby. I'm next to her just thinking about shit. I'm gathering my thoughts, but I'm trying to make shit sound believable in my own head. I'm trying to put shit together. You get what I'm saying? I'm like, well, maybe James, maybe this is a friend and maybe what she's saying is true. But then the other part of me is like, these motherfuckers be reacting to each other shit off social media. Like, they close friends, but like, why she ain't even mention James? I never gave her a reason for why she felt like she couldn't mention James to me. But whatever, the night goes. So we wake up the next morning. So I'm like, I'm just regular. Her mood is like put away and distance. You get what I'm saying? Like she's keeping to herself. She's getting ready to go, do what she got to do for the day. Me, I don't go into work until a little bit later that day. So we had the normal conversation. I'm like, how'd you sleep? Just the normal shit. She gets ready. She leaves out the door. We do the relationship shit. I love you. Kiss tap. You know how the shit goes. I didn't want to bring it up. I didn't care to bring it up. But what I did was I went on motherfucking social media myself. And I sent James that friend request. He accepted it immediately. I'm talking about like less than 10, 15 minutes. I shoot him a message. Hey, James, whenever you get a chance, come by the crib. Feel me? We can have a nice little talk. And I also want to talk to you about the gate. Our gate on the side of our house. So he responds back. He like, cool, bro. I'll be there. That time comes. James is outside. I met him in the driveway. Same shit how people meet. Hey, what's up? How you doing? Nice little handshake. So we talked about the gate and all that. I had wanted to put some things alongside the gate. It's actually a fence, but what I wanted to do was cause he had a fence, but he didn't have the fence posters up there. So I wanted to grab some fence posters and put them up on the top. So I just wanted his approval, just to make the yard look a little bit more decent. So I'm like, hey James, what'd you do last night? How was your night? So James is like, my night was all right. Why'd you ask? So I'm like, oh, no, I noticed that you and my girl was at the same event. So I was just wondering just how the night went. Not like I'm hearing it was a great time between everybody. You get what I'm saying? So he's like, yeah, it was great. We sat down, we enjoyed our time. I had a bite to eat with her and one of her friends, and then I headed out home. So I'm like, you got a bite to eat. In my head, I'm like, she didn't even tell me that. She said James stopped by the table and just basically, you get what I'm saying? Said his greetings and then he left. But this motherfucker James, he's saying he had a bite to eat with them. These stories ain't even adding up. So that conversation get cut a little short. James is like, oh, I gotta go. I got a business meeting coming up in about a half an hour. It's gonna take me about 5 or 10 minutes to drive there, but I wanted to stop somewhere and get something to eat, so I gotta head on now. It was nice talking to you. So I'm like, yeah, you too, James. Now that I got you on social media, it'd be a lot easier to, come in contact with you. So he's like, oh, I got something for your girlfriend. He's like, follow me to the car. I'm like, all right, cool. So we get to the car. I'm in my head like, what is it? So it was a welcome mat that he was supposed to have been put in the house before we moved in there. He just totally forgot it back at his spot or wherever he had the welcome mat. So he's like, here, this is for y'all. Y'all probably got your own by now, but I had brought this, for this house so y'all can put it there. He was like, if y'all want to use it or if y'all's get dirty or whatever, you could just swap it out. James don't got no tents in his car. So when he reached over and he grabbed the mat and he was about to give it to me, I kind of like glanced over him because he grabbed it from the passenger seat from his driver's side. He reached over to grab it to his passenger seat. So as I'm looking at where he's grabbing that, guess what I see in the seat? One of the party jewelry bracelets that my girl had.
Oh man, he didn't crack the jury off of her. he was clapping it so hard, the wristband flew off. Hey, buddy, hey, you gotta let her go, bro. No.
My heart started pounding, but I'm thinking fast. I'm like, let me see something. So I'm like, yo, James, not to be nosy, but that motherfucker bracelet in your passenger seat, that's real. Cause mind you, my girl had like some little party jewelry shit. The shit was busting. You know what I'm saying? Like, Like I told y'all, she was bedazzled up. You know what I'm saying? So he looks, this motherfucker thinking fast. He like, oh, it's my girlfriend that I've been with for 2 years. She must have left it in the passenger seat. I gotta go back and give it to her. James ain't got this bitch nowhere on his social media. And I'm not gonna lie, like, you scroll through this man, because yes, I scroll through this man's pictures. This motherfucker James look like a passport, bro. But I'm like, oh, okay. So I brush it off. James is on his way leaving out. I'm going in the house with the motherfucking map. I'm thinking in my head, like, nah, it's probably a coincidence or something. Like, you know, I just can't really see this type of character in my girl yet. All right, so part 4 coming. Stay tuned again.
I do got a part 4. Alright.
Hello? Hey, y'all got time to talk? Hey, y'all done got me to 5K followers. I'm telling you, I love y'all support. I love it. So just for that, even though I dropped part 3 earlier, we gonna drop part 4 right now. Somebody in the comments said it's like a FaceTime call. Shit, y'all ready? Hold on. I got to get up because we finna get active. Part 4 right now. So James leave the crib, right? I told y'all that. James left the crib and all that. I seen the bedazzled bracelet in his passenger seat. The nigga done lied to me about it and say he had some 2-year bitch who bracelet it was. Whatever, James. I'm finna fuck James up. The day goes by. My girl coming in the house. I see her car in the driveway. I'm like, ooh, I can't wait to ask her about this bracelet. She get out her car. She come to the door. She open the door. She walk in the house. I'm in the hallway waiting. You know, I played it off, acting like I was about to walk from one room to the other. And when she came to the door and stopped me, I'm like, oh, hey, what's up, boo? I'm thinking right. She walking up on me. Guess what she got? She got the motherfucking bracelet on her wrist. So my head fucked up. I'm looking at the wrist. I'm like, damn, what if this nigga James telling the truth? But then I'm like, but nah, fuck that. He did say they sat down with, they had a little nice little something to eat. Mm-hmm. But I'm stuck. I'm like, nah, nigga, you might just be blowing this shit out of proportion. So she like, what's wrong with you? Why you looking like that? I started getting lightheaded. I'm just thinking too much. I go to the kitchen. I'm like, hold on, give me a second. Let me sit down right quick. Let me sit down. I'm trying to put 2 and 2 together. In my head, I'm looking at 4. But then the shit start turning into 4 million. I'm like, damn, what the fuck? Like, I'm just confused. I'm confused. So I'm like, fuck it. How's your day? How you been? What's up with you? So today, she in a great mood, because usually when she come home, she be acting like she the janitor of the college. You know, the janitors that work in the colleges and the schools and shit, they don't be having good moods when it's time to come back home. But yeah, she told me about her day, told me about her schoolwork, told me about her professional. I'm like, cool. I ain't gonna lie. I left the whole situation alone. Now let's fast forward. And I know what y'all thinking. James went to go get that bitch back that bracelet, huh? They both playing me. But anyway, come on, let's fast forward. Another month go by. No, matter of fact, the end of the month came. Beginning of the month start. We wake up one morning. I give her the money order because the day before I went to go get the rent's money order. So I give it to her. I'm like, here, get this to James. So she's like, oh no, it's okay. James gave us rent free for the month. I'm like, James gave us rent free for the month? For what? She like, oh, he told me he was happy with the achievements he's been accomplishing.
Bruh, for a nigga to give you free rent, for a nigga to for a nigga to stop his flow of a stream of income, she had to be going crazy. I'm like, straight up, niggas don't just do that, bro. Yeah, straight up.
Recently, and as us being his first set of tenants, he just wanted us to basically have a free month of rent. I'm like, no, call that motherfucker James. Tell that nigga come get this rent. She's like, no, baby, it's okay. I promise you, James really don't want the rent.
Nah, bro.
We could just use this money for something else.
Come and get your money,
you a
bro.
man. you gonna know what I'm about to say. I like providing. You feel me? I like putting in that tough, hard work and providing for my woman. I don't really like no handouts like that. I deserve some good handouts, but a little handout like that, like, nah. I don't know. Like, it's just a man's pride type of thing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, fuck it. He don't want to.
Oh, he was providing? Nigga, I'm not providing for nobody, like I told you, unless we got at least 10 years in. And I'm talking about even married. Before you get to the point where I say you ain't working no more, I'm paying all the bills, we got at least put 10 years married. If we not married, I'm not providing nothing. I'm half and half. And like I said, the first 10 years being married, half and half, straight up. I'm not going 100% until I know you the one. You feel me? In 10 years, they'll tell me that. You feel me? Straight up. Nah, bro. Yeah.
This month's rent, whatever. Now let's fast forward. The next month come. Me and my girl, y'all. Usually we be doing our thing. Like, y'all know what I mean. We be getting explicit damn near every other night. Shit. Sometimes a couple times a day. You know. We be getting explicit like rabbits. So during this next month, it's been like 16 days. Fellas, y'all know when we go without, we count. The females really don't be counting like that. Cause they be, you know, they be just so stuck on everything else. We count. So one night I'm like, damn, it's been like 16 days. It really was 16 days, but I'm trying to play it off like, wait, what's this? The 15, 16 days? No, I know it's 16 days. She ain't give up none. She's like, oh wow, I didn't really realize that. I just been so busy, you know, and I just been tired lately. I'm like, girl, you been going out more. You been just doing mad activities way more than what you usually was doing when we first moved in the crib. I'm like, you been having the energy for all that. But you can't come give me a quick 5-10 minutes? She's like, you know what? I'll start making time for that. So long story short, I let it go. Went to sleep. Woke up the next morning. We both getting dressed. She didn't have school that day. She was taking that day off because she had to run some errands. Me, I was about to take my ass to work. She ended up leaving out. I end up headed to the bathroom. Go brush my motherfucking teeth. All of a sudden, she come back in the house crying. She slammed the door. Boom. So I'm like, I come out the bathroom. I'm like, yo, what happened? You good? I see her crying. I'm like, yo, what the fuck happened? She like, look what they did to my car. So I'm like, what happened to your car? I run out. I look at the car. The windows is busted. And she got 2 flat tires. I'm like, what the fuck? She like, those fucking bad kids in the next town over who would want to come to this nice neighborhood and do that to us. So I'm confused. I'm like, who the fuck would have did this? Like, kids really just be going around doing that type of stuff to people's cars? I mean, I know it's possible because I used to be young and dumb. You get what I'm saying? So I know, like, I already know how all that stuff go. But, like, to just be randomly destroying cars, I'm like, what the fuck? So while she pacing back and forth in disbelief, I get a phone call. I don't know the number, but I still answer. So I'm like, hello? I hear a female voice. I'm like, hello? Like, because the female voice, only thing the shit saying is, I'm like, what the fuck? And then before the female hang up, she like, Click. What?
No.
Hey, y'all.
No. I know buddy wanted to crash out, but hey, don't ever crash out over no chick, bro. You just, charge it to the game. We all, well, me personally, I don't know if I had a girl that cheated on me, but I would say this. I've never, like, found out. I just don't even look for it. Like, you know how niggas be trying to look at their girl phone, look through, bro, I'll pick up my wife's phone, turn it the other way, hand it to her. I don't even want to, I'm not looking for it. Literally, if I'm getting cheated on, they got to jump out in my face, bro. It got to be literally right there. I'm not looking for, I'm just focused on elevating myself in life. I don't focus on my woman or nothing like that. Like I told y'all, if she was to cheat, I'm like, all right, cool, boom. It ain't nothing for me to get another shit. So I'm just, like I say, I'm focused on my stuff, bro. I would never be the type of guy who, like, will crash out over a female, bro. Like, they grown, they gonna do what they want to do regardless. You feel what I'm saying? Let's see what I'm finding.
Hello? Man, I'm glad y'all picked up. Hold on, my phone dying. Let me put it on the charger so we can have our good little FaceTime talk. Story time. How I caught my ex cheating with my landlord. Part 5. So after the lady that was on my phone hangs up, I immediately called AAA. So after the girl had got off my phone, the lady, whoever she was, I immediately picked up my phone and called AAA. My girl, she was calling the police. I'm like, I'm going to call AAA because they going to take a little while to get here. I know the police going to come and do what they got to do. We live in a nice little small town. It's not that much crime. So the police came about like 15 to 20 minutes after my wife made the phone call. AAA already told me they was going to be an hour and a half late because just because it ain't crime, that don't mean it ain't traffic, that don't mean it ain't accidents. You get what I'm saying? So they busy. So the police arrive. They conduct their investigation. They doing what they doing. They asking us questions. They asking us, do we see anybody? They asking us, do we got security cameras, etc., etc. My girl, she was pretty calm by then. She was still acting like a little baby, but she was giving them information on her car, but she like calmed down from like the tears and shit. And the hyper ventilation, whatever you want to call it. We had cameras for the house, but I didn't put up all the cameras. Like that was like something in the house that I had forgot to do. I only put up the ones that faced the door, and whoever's at our door, the little ring thing. I didn't really have the cameras to face the driveway and the side of the house. In the backyard. I didn't. You know how that shit go. So while the police is making their little report, I get a text message. It's green on my iPhone. Y'all know what that means. Yep. So the fake number texts me. Meet me downtown at the coffee shop across the street from Bank of America. I'm at my phone like, who the fuck is this? So my girl come over. She like, what's going on? I see your face. I'm like, nah, I'm looking at the sports pages. The athletes' trades are just getting ridiculous. I can't believe the way these teams is trading these players. So I rushed to the room. I popped my slippers off. I put my shoes on because I was already getting ready to head out to go to work anyway. I already called my boss. Told him I was going to be a little bit late. We had, some troubles at our house. He totally understand. He just was like, when you get here, just do your thing, and I got you. So I left out, but I'm texting number back. I'm like, when? So they like, I told you what to do. I told you where to meet me at. Let me know when you get there. So I respond, I bet. Then I'm going right now. So I get to downtown. I get to the coffee shop. I park. I walk in. I see the lady who I'm supposed to be meeting with because she giving me that eye contact. She already know who I am. And I just got a feeling that she like, this is the person. So I walk up to her. I sit down. I'm like, who you? Yep. Y'all already about to say what I'm about to say. See? It was motherfucking James' wife. Lauren.
What?
That was her name. She like, I'm Lauren. Sorry I gotta meet you like this. So I'm like, Lauren, who you? So she like, I'm James' wife. So then I'm like, you James' wife? And what you mean, sorry you gotta meet me like this? So Lauren easily hit me with it. She like, I sliced that bitch tires and I busted her window. So I'm like, why would you do that to my girl? Lauren like, oh, you don't know what's going on? You don't know that her and James fucking? I looked at her like, her and James fucking? I start getting a head rush. I start thinking about everything. I'm like, damn, hold on. She like, yeah, they been fucking. I seen photos. I seen text messages. She said I even went out one night to spy in them. She said I got it all down packed. They been fucking. Here go the proof. She slid me a little yellow envelope, a little yellow folder. So I open it. I see pictures out of my dates. I see text message screenshots. I'm reading all of it. I'm like, this motherfucking bitch. So Lauren like, ooh, James got me fucked up. He always put me in these predicaments. He always trying to do me dirty. I'ma really get a divorce with his ass this time. So I'm like, Lauren. Hold on. How long this been going on? Lauren like, how blind to this shit could you be? She like, you never really noticed her acting different or anything? I'm like, yeah, but I ain't really pay attention to it. She said, man, anytime I know James out fucking and cheating, I already know. Like, I already know the little shit that he do. So I take out my phone. I'm like, man, let me call this bitch. Cause I'm finna spasm. Lauren like, wait, no, don't do that. She like, cause I got some shit in store for James. So just keep it on the low for right now. I'm like, Lauren, I live with this bitch. She been lying to me the whole time. I'm like, she got me under this man's property. I'm just start saying mad shit. I'm like, I did the bracelet. I'm like, yo, fuck, I gotta say something right now. Lauren like, no, I got everything I need on James to divorce his ass in court. But I just need you to be patient about certain stuff. Man, I leaned back, man. My chest was pounding. My head was hot. My hands was sweating. Ooh, it's sweating right now. I'm telling y'all the story. So I'm like, Lauren, I gotta get to work. Like, I don't know. I'm like, yo, you want me to text his number back to see what's going on? She like, yeah. We'll talk about this in a little bit. You know, call me when you get after work, or I'll reach out to you again. I'm like, all right, cool. Whatever you got planned, you need to let me know ASAP. Because I want to bring it to this bitch attention. Because she really got me fucked up. So I get out the coffee shop. I get in my car. I leave. Now I'm on my way to motherfucking work. So my girl texted me. She just talking regular like, yeah, the car just got picked up. It's going to go over to the shop. Do you think we should make the claim, or do you think we should pay for it on our own? Because I don't want the insurance to go up if we got to make a claim. So I'm just heated reading the text messages. I'm like, she's still trying to play me. So I'm driving, just looking at the text messages, shaking my head. I hear a horn. I hear a beep. I look up, I look over. Oh! Somebody in the comments called me too cliffhanger active. That was funny. Part 6 coming soon. Y'all got...
All right, let's see. Part 6.
Mm-hmm.
Dang, this
We
started
is
like a
here.
movie.
Part 6. How I caught my ex cheating with my landlord. Y'all ready? Thanks for the comments. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for the shares, man. Y'all been reposting me. I've been asking y'all to repost my videos. Y'all been reposting. Like, I'm going to thank y'all every time I notice the participation, every time I notice the support, every time I know the love that y'all showing, I'm going to show y'all love back. Let's get into it. I look up. I look to my left. Car blowing his horn. Boom! A T-bone. Yes. Got into an accident. The car accident had knocked me out from about 9 to 12 hours. So I wake up in the hospital. I wake up to a nurse in my face. So I'm confused. I'm like, yo, what happened? She reminds me what happened. My thoughts come back. I'm like, damn. I really just got hit by a car. I'm like, how's the other driver? She's like, they been doing good. They was really just worried about you because they said you had ran a red light. So I'm like, man, fuck, damn. Then I notice I'm in mad pain in my left arm. I look over. I bruised my shoulder up and I came out like with a couple fractures in my arm. Not too much, but it did hurt. I got hit hard. So while the nurse is telling me everything, I'm like, oh, where's my phone? I was supposed to go to work. I gotta send my boss a text message. I'm like, damn. She's like, oh, by the way, before we give you your phone, I just want to let you know I did you a favor. She like, I see your girlfriend calling and I picked up your phone. She was like, I'm really not supposed to do that. Like, we're not supposed to do things like that in the hospital. But I picked up your phone and I let her know that you was in the hospital. She like, don't get me in trouble for it, but I feel like somebody needed to know where you was. And she was like, based on the way you had her stored in your contacts, she was like, I just had to tell her. So I'm like, thank you so much. So she's passing me my items. I'm still in the bed. She's like, they in a waiting room. I'm going to let them know that you're up so they could come in.
Damn.
So I'm like, they? She's like, yeah, you got a lot of support. Your girlfriend brought a couple of people with her. I'm like, what? So she walks out. She go gets my girl. Guess who comes in the room with my girl? Yup. Y'all know. Mother James. But It's my girl, it's James, and it's Lauren. So James playing it off. He like, oh man, I'm glad you okay. Our girl coming in with her little fake crying. Oh, I'm glad you woke up. James like, man, what happened? How did this happen? So I'm like, I don't know. I was reading the text messages that my girl was sending me, and then I don't know. I started thinking. I'm like, I had got mad, and then I went. But then when I was about to say, I went to the coffee shop and seen Lauren. I remember what Lauren told me not to do. So the heart rate on the computer, the hospital computer monitor started rising. So my girl like, you okay? I'm like, hold on. Cause I'm on the edge of really saying something, but I'm seeing Lauren standing here. So James like, oh, what's going on? Like, you all right? So I'm like, yeah, I'm all right. I'm cool. I'm cool. Who's this? I was talking about Lauren. So James is like, oh, I just introduced your girlfriend to her earlier in the waiting room. Now it's time to introduce you. He like, this is Lauren. This is my wife. So I'm like, hello, Lauren. Nice to meet you. So Lauren's like, James told me a lot about you guys. He told me how y'all was just staying at your girlfriend's mother house, and then y'all was his first set of tenants, and y'all been doing good. Y'all been paying rent on time. And he's also said, now mind you, Lauren had a little funny face when she said this. She's like, he also said he's very, very cool with your girlfriend. So I'm like, yeah. And thank you, James, for sharing good comments on us. I'm in my head like, this mother James. So I text my boss. He don't text back. It's late anyway. Remember I told y'all that I was knocked out between 9 to 12 hours, but I know when he see my text, he'll understand, even if I gotta show him proof. This time the doctor comes in. So the doctor shows me my charts. He shows me my arm. He said I had a couple bruises on my leg. He shows me all my injuries on my body. The worst part I got of it was just a little fractured arm, but I had a little couple bruises, had a couple bruises on my face, but they reported all of it, and then they told me about it. So a few minutes goes by. James is like, listen, I gotta go. I'm happy that you're okay. Me and my wife gotta leave. I gotta head out and do something. I'm like, all right, cool. You know, like whatever, bet. Good looks for coming. Even though I ain't really want to say that to him. Now my girl, she's talking to me. About an hour go by because the doctor just want to run another scan on my arm, so he had me waiting. He's like, just wait here for a minute. If you want to go home tonight, if you want to stay overnight, let me know. He was like, but I need you to wait because I want to run another scan on your arm. So we had to wait for that. So she's talking to me. She's like, I love you so much. You know, this like her 10th time telling me she's glad that I made it out of this accident. But I'm just in the bed. I'm at my phone. Everything came back to me. And I know Lauren said I couldn't say nothing. I'm just like out of it. Like, I don't even feel nothing that she's saying to me. You get what I'm saying? So she's like, so she notices it a little bit. She's like, are you all right? What's going on? So I'm like, yeah, I'm just disappointed I got into this accident, and I'm type upset that I missed work. So boom, my phone goes off. I get a text message. Guess who it is, y'all?
Jane.
It's Lauren.
Lauren.
Lauren's like, whenever you settle in, let me know. Or call me first thing in the morning when they both are busy. The doctor comes in. He's like, are you ready for your scan? I'm like, yeah, I'm ready. I'm so ready to get this over with so I could get out of this hospital. Part 7 coming. Hey, we just was on TikTok live. I appreciate y'all for showing the love up there. Y'all was telling me get off this live, go drop this part 7. I told y'all I was gonna get y'all part 7 soon. Now we here. Bridget said, ooh, this is like a TV show. Y'all here? We can FaceTime? Y'all got enough time to FaceTime?
Bro,
Come on, man. Let's get into it. Part 7. I get my skin done. Doctor come back. Man, I'm fast forwarding, y'all. I get checked out the hospital. Come on, we gonna fast forward. Everything went well, but let's fast forward. Next day, my girl off to school. Boss told me to take a couple days off. He like, man, just bring me the hospital report so I just know you don't lie. You know, business. I just gotta make sure you ain't lying, and it is what it is. I'm like, all right, cool. So guess what I do? I go in my phone. I go text Lauren. I'm like, yeah, she gone. She like, yeah, James didn't even come home last night. So, hey, F him. So I'm like, what's up? What you got planned for James? Because, like, I felt very uncomfortable leaving the hospital and then coming to stay the night here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Being in the same bed as her. So she like, I'm so sorry. She like, you guys be having a similarity of the same stuff when y'all find out. So I'm like, oh, I remember you telling me James do be, running off, and you just be there to get a bad news. So Lauren, like, she laughed off. She like, you crazy. So she gets straight to it. She like, I already contacted our lawyers so I could divorce James. So I'm like, oh, you about to divorce James? I'm like, why this time? She like, enough is enough. She like, when he come here and when he get ready to go to his next business meeting, his lawyer's gonna be there to serve him the divorce papers. She like, it was good that I actually got to meet you because you really don't know how I'm about to get James. She said, and I got a little something for you to do so you can help me out in the process. So I'm like, Laura, I really don't want to be a part of that. I feel like James really wasn't a man to me, which I feel like he ain't really had to come out. He did what he did as a man. He got his little tap. He got his little tap on. He did what he did. But I'm like, I just don't see myself participating in this. I just want her to get this over with. I'm like, I'm really low on funds. I've been paying the rent the whole time here. So it's like, I'm going to try to kick in some more hours. I know our 1-year lease is about to come, in a couple months. And I don't really see no fixing in this relationship. Lauren, like, just bear with me. She said, what I want you to do first is come out to eat with me. So I'm like, come out to eat. I'm like, for what, Lauren? She like, we gonna talk about this. We gonna talk more about this. So I'm like, all right, cool. She set up the time, where to go, Lauren, she real professional about these meetups. She gave me the time, where we're at. Lauren was ready. And she meant business. So let's fast forward. The day passed a little bit. You get to the middle of the day. My girl, she coming from school. She come in the house, she a bit all over me. You know how they get when you a little injured, they try to do a little catering to you. I ain't give no fucks. I was using an excuse that I was in pain. I'm like, don't really touch me like that. I'm straight. It's just my arm. I appreciate it. But back up. She took it as I'm just moody. She not really noticing that I know she been cheating. Cool. Fast forward. We get to that time I'm about to go meet Lauren. My girl, I think she went out with my cousin. She went out with my cousin. Me, I'm going to go meet Lauren. I told her I had to go do something. She like, oh, what you have to go do? What you got to go do? I'm like, I'm going to go meet my coworker Thomas and, and just talk to him because now my car totaled. I'm just under a lot of stress. I don't really want to be under this roof right now. I just want to be outside a little bit. She like, okay, cool. I'm going to do my thing too. Cool. So come on, man. Come with me. Fast forward. I get to the restaurant I'm supposed to meet Lauren at. We sit down. We start talking. Lauren like, yeah, I had him served today. He ain't really take me serious because this is my second time having him served. She like, I did it 2 years ago when I first started catching him, cheating. She like, but nah, this time I'm serious. So I'm like, man, I'm sorry to hear that. Like, I don't never like to hear bad news. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, y'all could have probably worked it out. I don't really know. She like, boy, you was in a relationship and you dying to leave your girlfriend over her cheating probably the first time. Or this your first time So I'm like, yeah. I said, me, I don't, man, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I can't do it. Everybody else can do it. I can't do it. So Lauren like, this is where I need your help. You get what I'm saying? But before she about to tell me what I'm about to tell y'all, we was talking about how her divorce process is gonna go. She telling me the things that her and James own. She telling me the things that she wants from James. You know, just the regular process, how it go through with divorce. Y'all know the debating and all that, how it do. So we get to what she want me to do. She passes me the folder. She like, yeah, you do this. I want you to do it this way, because that's going to be good. So I'm like, wow, this is a good idea, Lauren. I said, man, Lauren, I said, this is why you've been sitting on it for a couple months. So me and Lauren finished talking. I call my Lyft. I'm heading back home because I ain't got no car. You know what I'm saying? I get back home, man, I'm pumped. I'm excited for what Lauren done did for me. You get what I'm saying? I'm just waiting for my girl to come home. She finally coming home. She asked me how my night was. I told her how my night was. You know, I made up some shit that was going on with me and Thomas, but I made it seem good. I asked her how her night was. Whatever she told me, I ain't really give a fuck. I just automatically thought she was lying. I felt like I just knew she was lying. I feel like any other story she done told me in the past when she was out was a lie. You get what I'm saying? So I'm like, come here. Let's sit down at the kitchen table right quick. So she sit down with me. She like, what's going on? So I asked her. I'm like, you love me? She like, of course I love you. You know how we is. I'm like, do you really care for me? She like, of course. I'm like, would you ever tell me the truth about anything if you was doing something behind my back? She like, yeah. I'm like, are you lying to me about anything? Or is there, matter of fact, is there something that you're doing behind my back that I should know and you feel like you want to tell me now? So she like, no, everything's going great between us. She like, we be having our small little arguments, but we don't picked up the pace on some of the things that we was complaining about. So I'm like, all right, cool. I take out the yellow envelope. I open it up. I take out the piece of paper and I give it to her. She's like, an eviction paper? What the fuck is this? I'm like, you get the fuck out of here. Hey, I promise y'all, part 7, part 8 is coming.
How many? Okay, we got one more.
Hello. Why you didn't pick up your FaceTime call earlier? I just literally called you like 5-10 minutes ago. I thought we were supposed to do part 8.
Bro, nobody's trying.
Let's get into it, man. Story time. How I caught my ex cheating with my landlord. Part 8. Hold on, I just had the ski mask on live. The ski mask gotta come off for the part 8. Hold on. Alright, let's get to it. So my girl looking at the eviction notice, she like, yo, what's this? Why don't he got my name on it? Like, what's all this? So I'm like, oh, you don't really know what's going on. But you do know what's going on. She like, what? I'm like, you been fucking that nigga James. She like, what? I'm like, you was fucking that nigga James. And Lauren caught your ass.
I wonder if he said it like that. That's funny, bro.
Like, oh, Lauren don't know what she talking about. And whatever she's saying to you, it's not really true. So I'm like, girl, stop lying to me. So she finally admit to it. She like, you know, she broke it down to me. I'm gonna fast forward it to y'all. She basically told me everything that Lauren told me, everything that, you know, didn't make sense. It didn't make sense. The bracelet thing, yes, he did bring the bracelet to her school. And she tried to play it off, put it on, and then came, you know, that was a couple months back, whatever. So she was really upset, you know, that Lauren knew what she knew. She thought Lauren was gonna jump on her. You feel me? So boom, I'm like, man, I'm discussing with you. You know, this relationship ain't gonna really work out because you got me under this man's roof. The things that y'all doing together, and you giving me a hard time while I'm at work. You know, I'm like, you don't work. You know, I ain't really try to put her down about it, but I just like really told her what it is from my point of view. I'm like, you don't work, you going to school, which is lovely. You know, I was all for you. I was all in your side. I was all riding with you. But you messed up. You know, once you cross the line, giving that man the time of the day. You get what I'm saying? And doing whatever that you did with him. I'm like, I'm over here working hard, which I should be as a man. Yes, a man should work hard, but a man should not be crossed behind his back while he working hard. So I just told her, I couldn't really do it no more. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm good. So that night, it ain't end well. It wasn't too toxic. Like I said, we wasn't the type to have that much of a toxic type of relationship where it got into anything, anything violent. But I didn't sleep in that room with her. I was dying to do that. I slapped my ass on the couch. She ended up calling James. So she got on the phone with James at night. She like, yeah, your wife served me with an eviction notice. He like, what? How? When? You get what I'm saying? She was like, how did you get it? What's the marshal that gave it to you? Because I guess, they all in cahoots with each other. They know the marshals. They know whatever. Like, it's a neighborhood. You get your local marshals that you got to get to if you got to ever do something like that. So he like, what marshal served you? So she like, this nigga served me. He like, huh? How he get the eviction letter? So I remember y'all asked me a question that James reached out to me. This one, this motherfucker James gonna reach out to me. He gonna call my phone. Mind you, it was hard to get in touch with him, right? It was hard to get in touch with him. It was hard to do all this other stuff. I ain't really never even get to like talk to him like that on the phone. I think I was still writing him. At that time, I was still probably, social media inboxing him. This motherfucker gonna call me on my phone. So I pick up, I'm on alert at the moment. I don't know who it is. It's a number that I don't know. I pick up, hello. I hear his voice now. I know it's James. He like, how did you get this eviction letter from my wife? What's going on? I'm like, come on, James. You know what you doing? I told James off. I don't know if I can say some of the stuff on here, but I told him, I'm like, you small mother. You get what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you's a CRO, you know what I'm saying? KED. I'm like, man, you all types of mother. You get what I'm saying? Like, man, get out of here. I'm like, you low down, you dirty. I'm like, you always hunching on something. You get what I'm saying? I'm like, your wife broke it down to me. So James acting like he wanted a little scuffle. You get what I'm saying? James like, he basically was like, oh, cause you can get out. You know what I'm saying? Like if the eviction there, I can have the marshal do this. I'm like, do what you gotta do. I know the laws, buddy. I know the laws. And I said, I know you got that divorce letter. Yeah, I hit him with that too. Yeah, I know you got that divorce letter. You got bigger stuff to worry about, buddy. I'm like, you lucky I won't touch you up for what you did. But I said, but you know what? I'm gonna leave both of y'all alone. That was the little small altercation that we had before I slept in the living room. So boom, let's fast forward. Next day. Hold on, let me turn off these wipers. But yeah, next day, Lauren comes to the house. Bright and early, she knocking on the door. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't wanna let Lauren in. Once my girl seen it was her, my girl came back like, oh, Lauren's here. You know what I'm saying? Like, she already knew Lauren was going to pap her up. You know what I'm saying? Touch her up a little bit. I'm like, man, I can't let this go down like this. Lauren Lauren telling her off about herself. Lauren telling her what she need to tell her. Y'all know how them conversations go. When a female got to get rowdy, when she got to use her tone of voice. Y'all know how it go. So at this time, my girl, she not going to school. I got my couple days off of work. Lauren's still out there. She want my girl to be removed effective immediately. So she in between the two of contacting Marshall, seeing what's going on, see what she could do legally, see what she can't do legally. Just see, she out there, she on 10. Lauren, she standing on business. So guess who pull up? Y'all already know what I'm about to say. This motherfucker James. He pulls up. So now I'm on 10. Cause I remember the shit he was saying last night. I talk shit to him again. This motherfucker James had the nerve to be like, oh, you want to be rowdy? I'll have you arrested then for breach of peace of my property. You want to be rowdy? I'm like, nigga, I'm a tenant. You forgot I'm on this lease? I'm like, the law should let me touch you up. For the low down dirty man you is, the law should really let me pap you up. You know what I'm saying? So the police arrived anyway. I'm not going to make this long. They got there. They just told us what they needed to tell us. You know what I'm saying? They just like, man, this is all civil. We can't really jump into this. As long as one of y'all ain't touch each other. You get what I'm saying? So boom, the police leave. Lauren get up out of there. James get up out of there. It's me and my girl left. I ain't got no car. Hers in a shop. I'm just like, I'm fed up. I don't even care to be talking about. She in my ear like, oh, I apologize for this. And you a good person. And, I just wish things was better. But I'm just like, man, I don't want to hear none of that. We finna split. Like, I don't care how it go. I don't care.
All right, I'm going to end it right. Wait. All right, I'm gonna end it right there, guys, man. My camera finna go there, but hey, I'm gonna y'all go to his TikTok to watch the last part 9. Tell me what y'all think about it in the comments, man. Thank you guys for watching the video, man. Let's get it.